Welcome. What I want to do today is show you how to multiply this binomial 7a plus 2 times a negative 7a plus 6. So what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to show you how multiplying binomials is very similar to just multiplying integers in where we're going to get a area. So if you can think about this, just think of when we multiply, what we get is we get an area, like length times width. If you think of a rectangle, this kind of looks like a square, but if you look at a rectangle, when we multiply two numbers, length times width, we get the area. Well, the same is true if we're going to be multiplying a binomial times a binomial. This binomial can just represent our length, and this binomial can just represent our width. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a rectangle to help us represent the multiplication of these two binomials. So just like I said, if I said length times width, if I said length is 3 and my width is 4, you would multiply 3 times 4, right? Well, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to break this up into 7a plus 2 and negative 7a plus 6. So now what I've done is I broke them up like this. And essentially what I've really done is, if you guys are used to 3 times 4, you know the answer is 12. Well, you can also break it up. If you were to break it up into 4 smaller squares, you could say 2 plus 1 and then 2 plus 2. Well, see if that gives you your same answer, right? 2 plus 2 gives you 4, 2 plus 1 gives you 3. Well, 2 times 2, the length times the width gives you 4, 2 times 2 gives you 4, 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 1 is 2. If you add up these smaller areas, you would still get 12. So we can break this apart as I did right here. I can say this 7a is going to represent this length, and 2 will represent that length. So now the next thing I need to do is just remember multiplying to find my area. You take the length times the width to find the area. So negative 7a times 7a is a negative 49a squared. Then I go ahead and find the area of this box. Well, the length is going to be negative 7a, and the width is positive 2. Negative 7a times 2 is a negative 14a. Then I have 7a is the width for this box, and the length is now going to be 6. So 7a times 6 equals 42a. And then lastly, I have 2 times 6, which is going to give me 12. All right. Now, there's a couple things you notice is these are the same term, so I can combine them. But just to make sure, I'm going to write it all out so you can see that we can combine them. So I'm just going to add them up, or I'm sorry, just write them all the way out. All right. So now you can see that these two both have an a and to the same power, so therefore I can combine these. So therefore my final answer is a negative 49a squared plus 28a plus 12. And there you go. By multiplying my two binomials, I have produced a product that is equivalent to like the area. So I used a box to help me solve for that. And there you go.